Brad Williams, Frugal Finance, Steps to Buying a Medigap Policy. Step-by-step guide to buying a Medigap policy. Buying a Medigap policy is an important decision. As you shop for a Medigap policy, keep in mind there can be big differences in the premiums that different insurance companies charge for the same coverage, and not all plans are offered in every state. Before you contact any insurance company, figure out if you're in your own Medigap Open Enrollment Period or if you have a guaranteed issue right. If you have questions, call your state health insurance assistance program. Step 1, decide which plan you want. Medigap policies are standardized and in most cases are named by letters. Plans A through N. Compare the benefits of each letter plan. Think about your current and future healthcare needs. Decide which benefits you'll need. Remember, you might not be able to switch policies later. Select the plan that meets your needs. Review the information on page 11 for information about the different benefit Medigap policy covers. Step 2, pick your policy. Find insurance companies selling the plan you want. As you shop for a policy, be sure you're comparing the same letter plan offered by different insurance companies. For example, compare Plan A from one company with Plan A from another company. The benefits in each letter plan are the same, no matter which insurance company sells it. Price is the only difference between policies with the same letter sold by different companies. Since costs can vary widely between companies, contact more than one company that sells Medigap policies in your state to get an estimate. Remember, not all plans are offered in every state, and if a state offers a plan, not all insurance companies sell policies for it. To find out which insurance companies sell Medigap policies in your state, visit Medicare.gov Medigap Supplemental Insurance Plans to find out which insurance companies sell Medigap policies in your area and how to contact them, what each Medigap policy covers, and how insurance companies decide what to charge you for a Medigap policy premium. Contact your state health insurance assistance program to get free help choosing an insurance company in your area. CHIPS are state programs that give free local health insurance counseling to people with Medicare and their families. Ask if they have a Medigap rate comparison shopping guide for your state. This guide usually lists companies that sell Medigap policies in your state and their costs. Contact your state insurance department. Find out if they have any complaints against insurance companies selling the plan you want. When deciding which Medigap policy is right for you, consider these complaints, if any. Talk to someone you trust, like a family member, your insurance agent, or a friend who has Medigap policies from the same insurance company. If you don't have a computer, your local library or senior center may be able to help you find this information. Step 3, contact the company. Get an official quote from the insurance company. Prices can change at any time based on when you buy, your health conditions, and more. Use this resource to help you keep track of information you get from the insurance companies you contact. Here's a guide that you want to use. Ask insurance companies, are you licensed? You sell Medigap insurance, etc. Do you use Medigap underwriting for the Medigap policy? Note if you're in your Medigap Open Enrollment Period or have a guaranteed issues right to buy the Medigap. Otherwise, you can ask, can you tell me if I'm likely to qualify for Medigap policy? Do you have a waiting period for pre-existing conditions? Note if the answer is yes, ask how long the waiting period is. Do you price the Medigap policy by using community rating, issue age rating, or attained age rating? Circle the one that applies for the insurance company. This is really, really important. Ideally, you like community-based. Otherwise, you're going to get a possible annual increase to your Medigap policy premiums. I'm blank years old. What would my premium be under this Medigap policy? Has the premium for this Medigap policy increased in the last 3 years? Do you offer any discounts for additional benefits, and so on and so forth? And make up whatever additional questions you might have. Once you decide on the insurance company and you're ready to buy Medigap policy, contact the company for an application. You can do this all online now. You can go through to that link I provided up here. You can go here and it's going to provide you a resource where you can compare Medigap policies and then you can buy online instead of going through an insurance company. It'll save you a little bit of time. Once you decide on the insurance company and you're ready to buy the Medigap policy, contact the company for an application. Fill out the application carefully and completely, including any medical conditions. The answers you give will determine your eligibility for a Medigap Open Enrollment Period or Guaranteed Issues Right. If you buy a Medigap policy during your Medigap Open Enrollment Period or give evidence that you're entitled to a guaranteed issue right, the insurance company can't use any medical answers you give to deny a Medigap policy or change the price. The insurance company must give you a clearly worded summary of your Medigap policy. Make sure you read it carefully and keep it in your files. Watch out for illegal practices. Every Medigap policy must follow federal and state laws designed to protect you. It's important to watch out for illegal practices by insurance companies and protect yourself when you're shopping for a Medigap policy. It's illegal if someone tries to pressure you to buy a Medigap policy or lie to get you to switch to a new company or policy. Sell you a second Medigap policy when they know you already have one. They can sell you a policy if you state in writing that you plan to cancel your existing policy. Sell you a Medigap policy if they know you have Medicaid, except in certain situations. You're in a Medicare Advantage plan unless you're switching back to original Medicare. They can sell you a policy if your Medicare Advantage plan coverage will end before the Medigap policy effective date. Claim that a Medigap policy is part of the Medicare program or any other federal program. Medigap is private health insurance. Medicare Advantage plan is a Medigap policy. Sell you a Medigap policy that can't legally be sold in your state. Check with your state insurance department to make sure that the Medigap policy you're interested in can be sold in your state. Suggest the Medigap policy has been approved or recommended by the federal government or misuses the names, letters, or symbols of these agencies: U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Social Security Administration, Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Claims to be a Medicare representative if they work for a Medigap insurance company. Sell you a Medicare Advantage plan when you say you want to stay in original Medicare and buy a Medigap policy. A Medicare Advantage plan isn't the same as original Medicare. If you enroll in Medicare Advantage plan, you'll be disenrolled from your original Medicare and can't buy Medigap policy. Ask you questions about your family history or require you to take a genetic test. If you believe that a federal law has been broken, you can call this hotline. After you buy a policy, start your Medigap policy. Ask for your Medigap policy to become effective when you want coverage to start. Generally, Medigap policies begin the first day of the month after you apply. If it's been 30 days and you didn't get your Medigap policy, like your Medigap card or proof of insurance, call your insurance company. If it's been 60 days, call your state insurance department. Note, if you already have a Medigap policy, ask for your new Medigap policy to become effective when your old Medigap policy coverage ends. Pay for your Medigap policy. Your insurance company will let you know what your payment options are for your policy. Many companies offer electronic funds transfer, which lets you set up a recurring automatic payment from a checking account or credit card. You may also be able to pay for your Medigap policy by check, money order, or bank draft. Always direct your payment to the insurance company, not the agent who sold you the policy if you used one. If you buy from an agent, get a receipt with the insurance company's name, address, and phone number for your records. Comment if you have any questions as it relates to buying Medigap policy. Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. Thanks for watching. Hope that helped. See you soon.